So let's talk about Battlefield 1 and specifically my impressions on it, what I think of the game. Wow. DICE, you can do wonders when you put your brain to it. I have to say that I believe, and let me know if you guys agree with this, but I really do believe that DICE has the capabilities to match the quality of like Naughty Dog games and some of the best developer like Hideo Kojima games as well. Like I truly believe that DICE has that ability to match the quality and creativity of those games, but they're just shackled by the conglomerate and the corporate greed of Electronic Arts. But I honestly do believe that the game company DICE is incredible. So we're going to talk about my thoughts and feelings on Battlefield 1. I'm going to go into the details about the campaign specifically. I'm also going to give some good details about the what I think about, the obvious the multiplayer of the game as well, which I haven't had a lot of time to play, unfortunately. I've just been really busy. But I did beat the single player campaign yesterday. I do want to actually, go ahead and give my thoughts on that, and should be good to go. So let me just start off by saying this. You see this shit right now? If I didn't tell you that this was a Battlefield game, there'd be no indication of telling you that it's a Battlefield game. This is how you properly innovate your franchise and give it longevity. This is tremendous. What you're seeing right now is open level design and the use of stealth mechanics with enemy detectable radars and spotting that you typically would have in a stealth focused game. And it's here. Unbelievable. This blew me away. One of the things that I said about Battlefield Hardline, I know a lot of people gave me shit for giving Battlefield Hardline a positive review, but I did feel like the campaign of that game, and I only review the campaign, I did feel like the campaign of that game was a good step in the right direction, because regardless of it being cliched most of the time, this was a campaign that allowed you to play at your own pace, had open level design so you can explore around and do whatever, and this was a campaign that allowed you to go in and play stealth instead of you playing through a series of action-oriented focused levels where you only had the option to shoot the enemies in front of you and do nothing more and just run and run and run without open level design. This is exactly what I wanted in the Battlefield campaign. This is innovation right here. So you have open level design with a bunch of different paths leading around the objectives. You can actually go circle around the enemies and attack them from different angles. And you can go ahead and sneak around, and do whatever and just sort of make your way through the levels, taking everyone out silently, which, I tried to do right here. And this really just allows you to really take time to appreciate the levels and the design that the characters put into it. And it really forces you to use some tactics as well. I absolutely love this to death. And this surprised the hell out of me because I wasn't expecting full-on stealth in a Battlefield 1 campaign. I honestly wasn't. And I have to say that I came away pleasantly surprised. Not only did I thoroughly enjoy my time with each of the mini campaigns present in the game, I also felt like this overall campaign was a progression, a natural progression and innovation that was injected into the core Battlefield experience. Because let's be honest, Battlefield was just previously a straight-up FPS experience, and all of the Battlefield campaigns have been mediocre. All of them have. I know some people want to say, well, Bad Company was good, Bad Company was enjoyable. Like, Bad Company was enjoyable because of its idiotic characters and development of those characters. But in terms of the actual raw meat of the narrative and you caring about what you're fighting for, you understanding why you're there in the first place, and not you just being in a group of four with four idiots, this Battlefield has never had a campaign like that. It's always been mediocre, but this, for the first time, is a campaign that is enjoyable, that is focused on its characters, that is focused on real-world events. It's actually based off of real-world events, which just makes the tension even higher, and also really adds this feeling, like this layer of just complexity and emotion, as well. As you're sitting here, you're like, wow, to know that stuff like this. Hey, yeah, I know it's over glorified, it's exaggerated. Obviously, it's a AAA video game. Lots of stuff is exaggerated. It's not supposed to be the core full experience, but knowing that it's at least inspired or based off of true events is fantastic. And each mission begins with text on a black screen that really just sets the tone and the mood. You really feel like, wow, this is real. No, this is like the real deal. This is real shit. I'm emotionally involved in this experience. No, these people are actually real. Especially the first campaign mission for this game. I want to actually just give some pointers to DICE, because I have to congratulate them on having the balls to throw you into a campaign experience in Battlefield 1 immediately. Like, upon you starting this game, upon you pressing the X button to get to the main menu, the game immediately throws you into a single-player mission. It doesn't even give you the option of multiplayer after that. It throws you into a 10-minute single-player mission that really sets the tone for what you're about to experience. Whenever you die, and you will die, you will not survive. The names pop up on screen from real people, telling them from the time they were born to the time they just died, and it's incredible. Like, it really sets the tone emotionally. You feel like, damn, like, no, this is war. This shit happens in war, and it's depressing, it's sad as fuck, and it's terrible. And some of these people are my age, some of these people are younger than me. And it really helps create this great emotional impact. You saw there I fucked up with my stealth, and now I have to make do. And I love this. It's a natural progression of you going from a stealth-oriented, game, and now I'm going to a straight-up Battlefield, campaign, like any typical Battlefield campaign, where it's all action-focused and there's explosions happening everywhere. It feels natural, and it wasn't like, oh, they spawned that guy, and it really pisses me off, and that's annoying. No, I didn't check my corners properly. I got seen by one of the enemies, and as a result, I have to go make my way and try to kill everyone through combat. Pretty cool. I love this. Now, all of these campaigns are like mini campaigns, right? It's war stories. So that being said, they're experiences. They're not supposed to be full-fledged campaigns, but all of them have great character development. Like I said, they all set the mood really well, and they're all very much enjoyable to definitely play through. You really do enjoy your time playing, the campaigns of these games. And it leaves you wanting more. For all of them, to be honest, I wish that they took all the storylines and just made them longer. Because my only gripe with the campaign is that it's very short. It's about 4 to 5 hours long typically. It's not that long at all. And so you'll find yourself, when you complete, a mission, or a war story. When you complete a war story, you're like, damn, I really wish that they would have had more of this war story. I really like this war story. Some of the levels and action set pieces are just beautiful. And not to mention that, let's talk about the graphics really quickly. You see this shit? This is maximum settings. This is ultra settings. And I even have the game super sampled by 25% extra resolution scaling. The game is gorgeous. I thought that Endor for Star Wars Battlefront looked incredible. This takes shit to the next level. The lighting, the complexity, the gorgeous, this lush greenery around you, the fauna, all of it is incredibly well designed, incredibly beautiful, and I absolutely love this. The visual quality is incredible, just on a whole different other level entirely. And it also helps that the game runs so well. I'm running this at 2560 by 1440, so 1440p with a GTX 1080, and I'm getting 120 plus frames per second, and so I'm really using the full, 144 hertz refresh rate of this nice 16:9 monitor I just got. It looks incredible in motion on this monitor, and to be honest, I actually disabled motion blur, and everything just feels so nice and clear and smooth, and it's so beautiful to look at in motion. I absolutely love this, and like I said, it runs so well that I actually turned up 25% extra resolution scaling, so we're getting higher resolution textures. We're getting, obviously better visuals and whatnot, and at the same time, performance isn't that impacted heavily. I believe I was getting around 90 to 100 frames per second usually, even with the 25% extra resolution scaling. It's incredible, and the game also barely tears. So if you don't even have a G-Sync or a FreeSync display, you're not even gonna have to worry. The game barely tears at all, and it's a gorgeous, just well-made PC port all around. Wow. It's just an incredible game to see in motion, an incredible game to play, and I absolutely have a fantastic time playing it. And I just want to urge everyone who's really kind of on the fence about this Battlefield 1 campaign, don't be. This is a great campaign. This is a campaign worth experiencing. This is the first campaign I can say for a Battlefield game where I actually felt like it was good and worth your time, where it didn't feel like it was just there to satisfy the fact that, oh, we have a campaign, so don't be mad at us, it comes with a single-player campaign. No, this is like the first time I can actually say, wow, no, this is a core experience right now. This feels really, this feels like an actual time worthwhile, Whereas previous Battlefield games, like I said, it was very mediocre and kind of just there to satisfy the fact that they have a campaign. An afterthought, if you will. But not here. So, that's all. I want to talk about my feelings on the campaign. I do want to go into discussion with multiplayer, but to be honest, I don't review multiplayer, and so, that's just, I don't review multiplayer because of its unpredictability. That's always been my rule. But what I will say is that I take back what I said regarding the beta. I feel like this multiplayer is extremely fast-paced. I love it. It's fantastic. It's great for infantry. I noticed that some people who are sniping are actually having some issues with it in terms of the game's mechanics and when you're sniping. But as a pure infantry guy, I love this. It's a great campaign. It runs very well. The levels and maps, I should say, are very well designed and take you to a variety of places. I absolutely am enjoying myself to hell with the multiplayer. I'm going to be enjoying myself for the years to come. And I want to end this video on this note. DICE, honestly, it's such a shame. It's very, what I should say is this. DICE, it's incredibly apparent that you basically more or less focused on this game entirely. And what I mean by that is that it's such a shame that all your other games this year and last year got the shaft, because this game was in development for around 3 years, right? And I just have to say that when I played this game, I noticed the effort that was put into it. I noticed the amount of care, the amount of love, and I noticed that this is a game that was made by a group of very talented and very passionate individuals. It's just a shame that Star Wars Battlefront got the shaft with no single-player campaign and with very bare-bones features and content. And it's such a shame that Mirror's Edge Catalyst got the shaft with an incredibly short and very poor single-player campaign and narrative, and a very, very just short and small open world to explore. It's such a shame that all of your other franchises got the shaft, because when I played this game, I was like, wow, this is the DICE I know and love. This is the DICE I believe in. And I didn't feel that with your other games. I felt that they were rushed. I felt that they were there to just satisfy a group of audiences. And this game, I can see the effort. It's very apparent. And anyone who plays this game, you can tell, oh, wow, this is actually a very polished game. It runs well, has SLI support. The graphics are on a different level completely. There's tons of options. The production value is extremely high. I noticed very, very little glitches, if not no glitches at all in this campaign. It's I mean, it's fantastic. It really is. It's just incredibly sad and depressing that your other franchises got the shaft. It really is. It's a shame that Star Wars Battlefront couldn't be the Battlefront that we all wanted, and it's a shame that Mirror's Edge Catalyst couldn't be the Mirror's Edge that we all wanted. But please, I mean, DICE, I really feel like if you weren't shackled to EA, that you guys would honestly be on the same level as Naughty Dog in terms of quality. And I really hope that there does come a time where you are just given creative freedom and control to do whatever the hell you want. Because remember, like, DICE had to ask EA for permission. Oh, we want to do a World War One setting. EA is like, no, absolutely not. And it's such a shame that EA is, you know, even though that they've gotten definitely better over the years, I just hate this corporate control over creativity, because all they care about is making money. They care about nothing regarding to the damage that they're doing to the gaming industry. They care about nothing regarding into the quality that the game's releasing. All they care about is how many pre-orders and how much hype can we gather for the game, and how many people are actually going to be playing the game. And if it's glitchy, if it's broken on release, if they have to force it out to basically fill in a quota and to make their investors happy, they don't give a shit. And I just want to say that I just noticed the attention to detail, and this game doesn't feel rushed, and it doesn't feel like content was wasted or anything like this. This feels like time and effort was put into the game. And it's just a shame that you couldn't have done the same for your other franchises. I just really hope in the future, DICE, that you instead of focusing on 2 or 3 games at a time, you focus on one. Take 2 or 3 years and develop a Star Wars game only with the whole team behind it. Take 2 or 3 years and develop another Battlefield game. Hell, take 4 or 5 years and develop the next Mirror's Edge game and have the whole team work on it, instead of these small little groups inside the teams, or inside the whole development, team, have these little groups working on all these individual projects. Hell, give DICE LA a franchise to work with. Why not give DICE LA Star Wars? Why not give DICE LA Mirror's Edge? Give them their own franchise to work with. They're a separate studio, and they help you guys out from time to time when you guys need it, specifically for Battlefield multiplayer stuff. But it's like, give DICE LA their own franchise. I think that would work out extremely well. That'd be amazing if DICE LA had like their own franchise to work with, and like a Mirror's Edge or like a Star Wars Battlefront, then they could work on it by themselves. That'd be fantastic. So why not do that? But anyway, I'm gonna go, guys. Thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk with you all later. Definitely get this game for the campaign alone. Multiplayer is also incredibly, well made, so it's fantastic to play as well. And I'll leave you guys with the rest of the gameplay for this. Enjoy it. Let me know what you think of the single player campaign, and I'll talk with you all later. Have a good one.
Hältst du eigentlich irgendwann mal die Schnauze? Ganz ehrlich, ich kenne keinen, der so viel redet wie du. Der Hauptmann hat's auf mich abgesehen. Keine Ahnung, was ich getan habe. Du bist der deprimierendste Mensch, den ich kenne. Ich kann dein ständiges Gejammer nicht mehr hören.
Was stimmt hier so?
Wo kam das denn jetzt her? Ne?
That's enough fun and games for a Tuesday. Get in and drive, Edwards. Let's get out of here.
That was outstanding, Edwards. You'll have yourself a medal if we get through this.